Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for the very first time, a Pokemon first impression video. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I've reviewed a season or two of Pokemon before. I remember doing that maybe 1 or 2 years ago. But this is the first time I give my first impressions, and this is going to be on one. The series is called Pokemon Aim to be a Pokemon Master. Now, if you've never heard about this series, it is the last series that is going to have officially Ash on it. And to be honest, the first episode, not too bad. I am currently rewatching the first series with my daughter. My daughter's into Pokemon. Why not? But with that, I've jumped into new series as well and kind of see how they've done before. I watched Sun and Moon at one point. I watched other series that were on Netflix as well, and just kind of see the dynamic of that compared to the old one. It wasn't the same. So I'm excited to give my first impressions on this one, what I think about it, and what I think they're going to be doing with it, and we'll see. For now, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can see more anime first impression reviews of this season in my channel, and I'll be releasing more, maybe two or three more, and that'll be the end of it. So, okay, again, this is Pokemon, and specifically aim to be a Pokemon master, and I only watched the first episode, um, and a few things. Well, let's just talk about the episode itself. Uh, Ash is what seems to be back in Pallet Town, and he's just kind of walking around and enjoying his time with Pikachu and kind of reminiscing where he is. And we see a lot of wild Pokemon that are not Pallet Town Pokemon. I'll just point that out. It just seems like there's a bunch of other random Pokemon from other gens walking around. The whole episode is really based on two sections, and they're both basically Team Rocket. First, Team Rocket tries to get Pikachu, and they save Pikachu. Team Rocket flies away, and then Ash notices that there's a Latios, Latios. Anyways, it's the red one, legendary Pokemon in the middle of a lake, and he saves it and starts giving him potions and helping it recover. Well, when he wakes up, he freaks out because again he's a wild Pokemon. Why is this person helping me? And with that whole commotion, Team Rocket takes advantage and captures it, but at the same time captures Ash. Well, with the whole commotion, Ash is able to escape the bubble with the help of Pikachu, and with the help of his other Pokemon that we see from other gens, they're able to defeat Team Rocket and protect Latios, the legendary Pokemon, from him. I think it is Latios with an A. Latios is the blue one. Latios is the A. But anyways, that in a nutshell is the first episode. We do have a little cameo of Professor Oak talking with Ash's mom, and Ash's mom saying, "I don't know where he is, but he's just enjoying himself." And personally, that probably was the funniest scene for me because you have Mr. Mime in the background with like this mad face because Professor Oak is there talking to Ash's mom, and it kind of was an ongoing joke in the first season that Mr. Mime had something for his mom and Mr. Oak as well. So there's kind of the rivalry between Mime and Mr. Oak, or Professor Oak. Yeah, that's in a nutshell the first episode. I liked it. I liked it because it has a little bit for I think everyone. He doesn't have his original Pokemon, which is obvious, but he doesn't also have the Pokemon that he used in to win the Pokemon League. At least, yeah, he doesn't because there's no Gengars, there's none of those there. But it is referenced. We see a picture of him with the cup at one point in the episode. We also see a lot of again older Pokemon like Rattata. We see a Kakuna make turn into a Beedrill. So we see a lot of older Pokemon, but we also see a lot of newer Pokemon for the people that started watching it later on in later gens. So I think it has a little bit of everything when it comes to that. When it comes to how the episode's created, I feel like it went back to the original. Um, they're doing something. Team Rocket comes and tries to mess up whatever they're doing, and then they save the day. type of episode that we saw in the first gen, and I like that. I like that because it kind of brings back that whole feeling that you can watch any episode and still kind of know where you are. Um, and another thing that I like is that it does have a little bit more essence of anime and less of this is a kid show. So the faces, the artwork, the acting, and all that, very much anime based. And it could be that this is one of the first ones that I've seen in Japanese, so maybe it was like that all the time, but I just never felt like it was. But at least for me, I feel like it's moving away from very kiddish to a little bit more. And I think they know that why they're doing all this. They know that a lot of people that are going to be watching this, and maybe people like me that watch Gen 1 and want to see now the ending of Ash, see what happens with him, and they're creating all these little things to kind of keep us entertained, be like, oh man, this feels so familiar, right? Compared to like Sun and Moon, where it was very much catered to a kid crowd. The whole episode plots were very different from what were used to and stuff like that. So, yeah. The only thing else that I want to add is that the outro and the intro both had scenes of the original Gen 1 outros and intros, and I really enjoyed that as well. We do get, I think, some of the newer stuff eventually past like I think like half a minute of it being entering, but we get a lot of the original Pokemon and original scenes, which is very, very cute, and it's kind of going back to again the roots of Ash. So yeah, in a nutshell, I really enjoyed the first episode. I think if you are like me, my age, who watched Gen 1 and want to get back to it, at least to see the end of Ash, I think this is worth watching season, and I'm probably gonna watch it, see what happens with Ash. So thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on my social media in the description below. There is also more first impression videos that you guys can check out. And like always, don't be strangers. Thank you guys.